Hi everyone, I was wondering, how insane would it be if, let's say you, at your current chess ability, were able to read minds? Would you be able to beat your opponents in every game? Would you still remain at your current level? How much do you think one could theoretically improve? If they knew their opponent's every move, I think you would improve a lot, like 500 elo. But soon you won't be able to understand the thought process of higher level players and stagnate like everyone else. It wouldn't really help that much, to be honest. When it comes to openings, lines there are already known by both players. Knowing which line they want only helps before the game. In the rest of the game, it only helps you to know their moves, actually countering their ideas. Would be different? You still have to do the work of calculation. If you blunder and they take advantage, it's over anyway. It might help to hear what your opponent thinks. Are counters to your plan, especially if you've missed a good line for yourself that they see. True, but then you have to trust their evaluation. It's not like listening to an engine. They might evaluate a counter you have as really good. But then after you play the move, have a light bulb moment and realize it was a bad move. The problem is you have to put trust in your opponent. Thank you for your response. I just have one question. What about the psychological aspect of chess? If your opponent is scared of a certain line or suspects a line is losing, and you play it to psychologically mess with your opponent, that is probably the most useful thing mind reading would give you. Under time controls, it could actually hurt you. It's hard enough to think through your own plan, but could become extremely difficult to consider both your own thoughts and theirs, especially if one of you is missing something. I can see that. But if both players are missing something, then you can play on what they think is losing maybe. So instead of playing what you think is the best move, you try to play what your opponent is afraid of. In time controls, I find I don't often see a tactic until a split second before I make a move. If my opponent read my mind before my turn, then made their move, they wouldn't be able to take their move back if I took 30 seconds to find a tactic. I don't know how experienced you are at chess, but at a certain level, you can talk mostly openly about your moves. Many of the tactics in the short term are relatively apparent, but it's a battle of minor advantages. I think the closest thing you can get to this experiment would be playing a team game I did, where 6 people played, 3 on each side, before each move. We discuss our ideas openly, so even our opponents could clearly hear. After the end of the game, we plugged it into an engine. It was worse accuracy than any of our singular ratings would justify. You'd think that if we could shut down their ideas, we'd have top moves, but we either shut one thing down by exposing another weakness, get distracted from our plan by playing defense, or the threat we were trying to shut down wasn't actually a threat. My guess is that the advantage would be significant, but not as much as you might think, maybe 200 elo. You could never lose to any cheap tricks again. Pog comment, like and subscribe for more quality content.